Yeah, bands on.
Zero T252 at Quebec.
Just going to swap the antennas. Got that one that we use for the if I can find it. That one, which we use for the airband and the PMR. But for the CB band, you need a 27 megahertz extendable. Basically, that goes in. Screw that one on. What that is a 27 megahertz aerial. So we're still picking it up even with that aerial, which is pretty good. But anyway, what we do,
menu.
You go into the menu, you go down here into radio settings, and there, work band. And you now go to the 18 megs, the 64 megs, which will take it to the 27 megahertz band.
Welcome, frequency mode.
And there you go. That's the CB band, which we can transmit on. We can transmit on all them VFOs, even the bottom one. How much noise is out there today? Let's have a look. Probably +9, I would imagine.
Confirm.
Shit loads of noise.
Confirm.
Yep, a lot of noise out there today. GPS. Power. So you can turn the power right down. We can go to like low power.
Confirm.
Then when we key up then, you get in like low power. TX there. High power. Low power. And you can also go to, you get like a medium power. The middle power option.
Confirm.
But then we put the full power, which is basically the full 10 watts, which is what I have it on all the time. I constantly got it on high power. Then you get in the maximum power. Don't know what's on the side. What's on the alt? Holy boo. Get that off. Let's try for a bit of bit of sideband action. Upper sideband, lower sideband. We go for the upper sideband. Just now tuning into that. Takes a while to kick in. There we go. Bang. Modulation. USB.
Confirm.
LNA.
Confirm. Confirm.
5-year period. According to figures obtained by BBC Radio Kent, there were 83 physical assaults and 27 cases of what councils called physical abuse recorded between 2020 and 2024. Many more cases of verbal abuse were also logged by the 9 councils who responded. Jo Coulson is the head of the Institute for Customer Service. She told BBC Radio Kent that using body cam footage was not enough to prevent the abuse.
I think it can be, and I think, and particularly as a way of recording some of the most extremely evidence when that occurs, because I think that is important that we are. For me, that's not the solution on its own. It's a mixture of things that were
Radio Kent.
and therefore making it a standalone offence.
Elsewhere this afternoon, and investigators have started to identify the remains of those killed in the New Year's Eve fire at the Swiss ski resort of Crans-Montana. Officials say the process could take several days, if not weeks, to complete. At least 40 people were killed, and Swiss authorities now say between 80 and 100 people were seriously injured. The Italian Foreign Ministry has confirmed that 19 Italians are affected, with 6 of them still missing. Back home now, and a woman from Canterbury has been charged with 16 counts of theft. 37-year-old Tony Ferry is alleged to have stolen goods on multiple occasions from 2 stores in Surrey between October and December last year. Ms Ferry has been conditionally bailed to appear before Magistrates Court next month. Right, taking a look at your weather, and this afternoon will remain cold but dry with some wintry sunshine. As for this evening, a clear evening and a night ahead. Temperatures today between 1 and 4 degrees. Wrap up warm. And remember to hear the latest, just ask your smart speaker to play BBC News for Kent.
Wrap up war.
Right, let's have a look at the traffic, and we've got problems in New Barn near Longfield, Falkham Avenue in both directions. That's partially blocked due to an accident.
In her late 50s, when she dismantled her home in Hertfordshire and started to rebuild it in Norfolk, could be turned into a film. In the late 1960s, May Savage was told her 15th century house would have to be demolished. She decided instead to move it brick by brick and beam by beam about 100 miles north. Her story was told by the BBC's Nationwide programme in 1975 when she was 64.
Well, I had to move to make way for a roundabout on a new road. And I've seen so many old houses destroyed that I thought I'd try and save this one.
Hello, mate. Still in the box. You need to get it out, mate. Get it out and charge it up.
Buying another place.
I can't stop playing around with mine. To be honest with you, I'm thinking about buying a second one. That's how impressed I am. I've seen the green ones, the luminous green ones, and they look amazing. But yeah, I've got to say, I'm loving it.
Temperatures reaching 6 Celsius in Cardiff, 5 in Belfast, 4 in London and Edinburgh.
Four.
And that's the BBC News at 1:05.
Thank you very much.
Tony Blackburn.
Weird the weather today, because in so many areas I know you've got
causing death by dangerous driving, and the other with perverting the course of justice. The number of patients in hospital with flu has fallen in...
CB band. I'll put the aircraft band back on, but I've got to swap my antennas. You only need 2 antennas with these ones. You need a telescopic. Any people watching out there, you need a telescopic for the 950. Oh, and that's for the 27 megahertz band. That's the CB band. And obviously you got the one that came with it, which works. But I use this, which is a little bit longer than the standard one. And then what happens when you swap it back? Basically, if you press that,
Menu.
you get here work band. That's the CB band, what I'm in now. But I can go back into the other band. It's telling me make sure my antenna's replaced,
Welcome.
which we've done.
Frequency mode.
And there we are, look. Straight back in. It remembers your number, it remembers your channels as well. I've not even used the channel memory, it seems to remember them. It's a good bit of kit. Your GPS is a bit of a battery eater. So I'm trying to think. And also, if anyone wants any frequencies, I'm going to be doing a little video where I'll post out a load of channels. Obviously, wherever you live, you might not have an airport near you, but chances are you will.
094 heavy, Minslow 1 Mike, passing 2,000 feet, coming to altitude 4,000 feet.
I picked up Southampton yesterday. Coming in.
Now, flight level 80, 094.
That one there, and that one, that's Heathrow Airport, London Airport. And to think I'm in my house as well. I'm in the bedroom with the worst reception, even though I get pretty good reception on this. But I've got to say, that frequency there comes in really clear. But yeah, I had Southampton yesterday, which is quite a distance.
Flight level 150, 094.
Plus, I'm in a dip as well. Don't know if we can get my GPS on. See the GPS, that little green thing on the left. Hit that, look, and that'll bring up my They're my coordinates. See, I'm only 83 metres above sea level. I'm actually in a big dip in my... and to be honest, that's how I know these do really well. Because my village is in a valley. So I'm in a big dip here. Yeah, I'm still picking those up. And what I like about this is when I go camping, normally to get all of them channels and the CB bands, I'd need to take 2 sets. Now all I need to take is this set. It's got quite a good battery on it. You can obviously turn the GPS off and you'll save a lot of battery. You can also do, well, it does everything. It just does everything. Some of the stuff I ain't even learned properly yet. You can set it up so it's a repeater. You can do cross-band networking. It just does everything.
Head 155, 592.
I quite like the green ones, man. Yeah, I could do with 2 of these, I think. And again, you watch. Everyone will get these, and then the next one will come out. The 1000 Pro. What I really want, I want one of these, right? On this, I can listen into SSB and the sidebands, but I can't transmit on the sidebands. I think the ultimate set would be one that I could transmit on every band plus the sidebands. But that's going to be, well, I don't know how much that would cost. But then again, these ain't that dear, really, to be honest with you. For what you're getting, there was a time, man, for something with GPS, you'd be paying 200 quid for it. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I want one that does everything. We're nearly there. Speedbird 7329. Oh, these planes.
7120, Sigrat 20.
A real noise coming on that one. And this is straight out of the box as well. I've not messed with the firmware. The firmware that's in this now is exactly what it came with. I've not had to alter anything. A lot of people get them out of the box and just get on the firmware straight away. And some of the new firmware that comes out ain't ready. Do you know what I mean? It's not ready yet. It's not stable. So I'll just stay on this, man, till I know something's proper stable. Why change it when it does everything I need it to do? It's a little bit deaf on the medium wave, but I've been told the update will fix that, but I haven't updated it. I use my 860. That's got really good medium wave on it.
Level 90, 250 landmark.
But these airbands, I've never heard it so clear.
190 degrees, fly 932. 280.
Pretty good.
39, to 02. 223 for 1%, number 180, direct path back to 350 on. 280, control 929.
You've got Roger Blee.
42 level, Wilco's, Beaver.
You got all different things. You got. Hang on, we'll put that on the other one. Yeah, I have. Yeah, I've actually got out on the 27. Yeah, I've got a few. My pal that I've tried contacting before on a proper handheld for 27. I spoke to him the other day, and he reckons I was coming in crashing in there. So yeah, it does actually transmit. It actually comes out good as well.
4095, Tommy shows 094. Good morning, afternoon.
But that's using the other antenna, the telescopic.
That's 180, good.
You'll see on the telescopic, like. See that there? 27 megs. That's all you need for that. Job done then.
170,
But yeah. I believe that this is the first set that's actually got the FM 27 megahertz CB band sussed and properly working. I've seen videos where they've checked all the emissions and everything's sweet with this one. This is the first radio that's sweet, I think. All the rest has been a bit dip funny. But yeah, this one seems to be pretty well tested, pretty well built, to be honest with you. Obviously, it's trying to do a lot, isn't it? It's having a CB band. You can actually, well, all you got to do, look, obviously I've got the wrong antenna on. Is it that? Oh, straight into that, and then you get that, like work mode, and obviously 27 megs is in that bracket. So all you do is go up, click on, it will tell you to change the antenna. You hear a little click in the radio, which is the relays clicking over, and then we're straight onto the 27 megs. And I can transmit that on any of them. Or I can go wherever I want. You can go to 25. It does everything. You can go from like, you can go to 21 megs, 22, 23, 24, 27, 28. You can put whatever you want in. I don't know what it transmits on 28 megs and that like. I've not tried that yet. But it certainly goes there. And even though I've got that antenna on, you will still get some CBs coming through, but you really want the telescopic on. But yeah, it transmits. That was the first thing I was looking to do. Just can people actually hear me on the FM? But yeah, getting out very strong on the FM. I think it puts out 4 watts on the FM. So I've seen, but who knows? Yeah, that's all you do, right? And there, that one like goes from 64 right up to that 999, and then it just swaps back over.
Last heading 2.5, landing side level 1, nice to go look at. 15573 Bravo.
Menu.
Bluetooth. It's got everything. You can program via Bluetooth. You also get an updating cable which goes under there. Also like, because obviously I use mine a lot in the dark when I'm camping. Also like the backlit keyboard. You know what I mean? In the dark, that's very, very nice. You can't see the speaker, but it's got a lovely sound.
Left 5, descend flight level 110, speed 79.
Yeah.
115.
You watch the new one about next week. I'm not buying another one till it does SSB. I'm making that out. I'm putting it out there now. This one's got all the bells and whistles.
Clear 01.
But it's quite a chunky handset. But what I like about the Radtail ones is that they're built properly. You know what I mean? You can feel it's built like a brick. I've dropped it 1 or 2 times, not even a mark on it. I dropped my little Quanchang and I cracked the screen on that one. But this works a treat. But mainly I just get listening to these air bands. You can but you can scan and pick up all sorts. You can also pick up military aircraft. You can pick up military aircraft. You can pick up shop watch, pub watch, all sorts of things.
Speedbird 729.
Speedbird 729. Get a military aircraft. Also get the Marine Band.
Altitude 5000 QNH1006 correction, 73 Bravo.
When I take my old dinghy out and I'm messing about on the water, I tune into the Marine Band, which is like for anyone.
4985 on Express 180,
which is like for anybody that's out on the water. Canoes, boats, kayaks.
124925 and right tuning.
That'd be the Marine Band, which you can get into. This does it all. I think the Marine Band, what number is that down at? 168 or something like that. And you basically, if you go on the water, like on the rivers, and your radio is capable of getting the like marine channels, you're obliged to tune into it, because obviously you might give out a distress call on the water, and then you'll get saved, but vice versa, somebody else could be calling out and you might save them. Yeah, that's how that works. So always tune into that. Even though in my little rivers down here, I'm very unlikely. I'll be very surprised to get a radio call. I'm in the river up the road from right where I am, because I'm in the middle of nowhere. But still, you never know, do you? And yeah, I could call out on this in the river and I could get help, but to be honest with you, I like to have every kind of plan in my head, so whatever happens, I ain't gonna need to call for help on this because I'm already having myself. But then I've grown up in this environment. It's a bit different if you haven't grown up sort of in this environment. It does help that I was a little Sea Scout when I was a young teenager. Obviously, you have different scout groups depending on where you come from. Hello Stevie, how you doing? You could be like an adventure scout. There are different kinds of scouts, but obviously coming from Kent near Chatham, we were Sea Scouts. So we were taught everything about the water and canoeing, capsizing. And, yeah.
In heading 270 degrees, speedbird 729.
I might roll myself another large one, I think. Just sort of waking up. Cheers, mate. Yeah, quite a few people are into these radios, like watching them. And then they go out and I've seen people say to me on here, they bought one because of watching me videos. But they are quite interesting. There's always action on them, especially now that they're making them do so much more. And for the money you're paying as well, the money, now China have got involved in this equation. We're getting good radios cheap, whereas before you'd be paying hundreds of pounds for something that did that. You'll be paying Yaesu or fucking Kenwood or one of them big companies. And what it's done, it's opened the hobby up to a lot more people who ain't got that kind of money. Do you know what I mean? Because I haven't got that kind of money to spend on a big posh set. Do you know what I mean? Well, I could do if I wanted to, but why do that when this does it for half the price? That's the way I see it. But yeah, brilliant little radios for the money, for sure. The fact it's got GPS as well. Yeah. And obviously in my village, where I live in a valley, I can guarantee no matter where you live, you're going to pick something up, man. If I'm picking stuff up here, other people are going to pick stuff up. You'll just pick up stuff near you. But I obviously get Heathrow and that a lot, but I'm about 50 miles, 60 miles from there. Just quite a good range, really. That's just on the airband. But Southampton, I had come in yesterday, that's quite a way away from me, Southampton. But yeah, that's booming in. All you got to do though, all you got to remember, some people, I've seen them on their videos, I can't hear nothing, and they're like fluffing around, but they got the wrong aerials in there. Do you know what I mean? You ain't going to hear jack shit if you got the wrong aerial in. But with the 950, all you need, like I've said, all you need is 2 aerials. The one that comes with it, sweet as that. There's nothing wrong with that. The little ones that come with it. But I use this one. Oh, I use this Retevis one, which is about... That's where your normal aerial would end. So I've got about that much more. And this actually brings the signals in a bit stronger, and obviously pushes my signals out there a bit stronger. What model was that radio? This one is what's called a Radtal. Not my phone. A Radtal 950 Pro. That one.
Welcome. Frequency.
And all you need is your telescopic. And your telescopic, you can alter the length to alter the frequencies to what you're on. Once you get a bit more better with it, once you suss it out. It's only because I've been into these since I was a boy. Do you know what I mean? Since I was a young kid. My older brother, he had back in the 70s. He had an AM set when it was really illegal. That's how I first got into it. But yeah.
Welcome. Frequency mode.
Yeah, you can get them for 60 on AliExpress, yeah. But you'd be waiting a bit longer. I go to Amazon and pay probably 10 or 20 more, but then I'll get it the next day. But it's only because I can't be bothered waiting. There's some good prices on them sites, man. It's only because I'm impatient. I'm impatient, man. I just want it straight away. Yeah. But you get it the next day, didn't you? That's the only thing I like. I like next day. AliExpress, that's nice. You know what I mean? If you don't mind the wait, but it's the same as all them sites out there. Banggood and all that. Do you know what I mean? They're all really good. Sell really good stuff. But obviously, no, you're very welcome. It's only because I want it straight away that I'll get it the next day. I could order one. Well, I've been looking at the green ones. I'm tempted to get a second one, you know. I've just been paid. Yeah, they do luminous green ones that just look amazing. But yeah. We're back on the airband now. Got the PMR up there. 446. You can move the channels either by moving them, or you got a switch there.
Level 140, standard speed,
Speedbird
Speedbird 593.
943.
7 Whiskey, further climb when you can, please.
The battery, pretty good. Pretty good. Obviously with it
Now to Lebanon.
up there, the GPS is a bit of a battery eater, but you can turn that on and off. But saying that, it's still got good battery life. You can also put it into super battery saving mode.
Menu.
Scramble, standby, battery alert. You got different modes you can put it in. Deep mode, super mode.
Confirm.
So the battery is very good, really. You got all different modes you can put it in. Bit like your phone, where you can put it on so your screen goes out. You know what I mean? A bit like battery saving mode on your mobile, except you've got more options on here. Yeah. Trying to think of some downsides to it. Also, you've got USB charging under here. You never know. It's a brilliant bit of kit. You've got USB charge there, which is really good. You also get a cradle. So you've got like a cradle you can sit it in and charge it, or you can just whack your USB straight in there. So your power bank or whatever. Obviously when I'm out camping, power bank straight in there. But yeah. Anyway, I'll catch you all a bit later. Whatever you're doing, have a good one.